Nose rings. You know, when you think of nose rings, do you think of that person being a stable, moral, just person? No, you think of it usually as some liberal person that's going to do hypocrisy and double standards left and right.
So the other day, I got an email from a woman that I found absolutely hilarious. She was pretty pissed about the fact that I pointed out that men don't like septum piercings, don't like the bull ring.
It's just the straight honest truth, and women don't understand why men have their own preferences.
Most men refer to it. Oh, she took great offense to my saying that, basically putting me on par with someone who would run over a box of puppies and kittens on the highway.
Why you so evil, Dan? Evil ass motherfucker over here.
But I do think it speaks to how women think. How they don't believe men should have a right to an opinion or a standard, any standard, or, horror of horrors, a preference. So I thought I'd go into this a bit more, into the whole septum piercing thing, since it's something that is all the rage out on the internet. Specifically, how women love to wear them and how men are truly turned off. Dare I say, disgusted by them. Let's get to it. So, did you ever notice how one tiny detail can completely change how someone is perceived?
Correct.
I'm talking like instant judgment, instant assumption, instant, nah, I'm good. For women, it's things like a man not being at least 6 feet tall, or not having six-pack abs, or a 6-inch you-know-what.
Yep.
Or, God forbid, not having a full head of hair. You know,
poor Dan.
Things all caused not by men's choices, but by their genetics. But for men, well, it's the nose ring. Oh, a woman can be short and tall or anything.
You know what I think of when I think of the nose ring every time I see it? You guys remember Power Rangers? Like the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers when I was a kid, and it came out when I was in like in elementary school, where there was that pig. That one pig that like one of the first few bosses that was like eating up everything. That's exactly what I think of when I see these images and see the women out there. I literally just go back into the Power Ranger days of like, she's about to eat a slob and eat up everything.
In between, he'll be okay with dating her. She can be drop dead gorgeous or even a mid, and he'll be interested as long as she's got a decent personality or will give him the things he's looking for. But if she's got that ring in her nose, it doesn't matter about anything else. She's an automatic hard pass. Hasta la vista, baby. I won't be back. Now, before anyone starts foaming at the mouth, this is not a hate video, though I can pretty much guarantee every woman with metal through her nose is gonna think so. No, what it's about is pattern recognition, first impressions. It's simply discussing whether people like it or not. And I hate to break it to you, but like it or not, those two things run the entire dating market.
The other thing that's very similar to the septum nose ring is the gauges. When women have huge gauges, when it's like a little small, like little thing, it's like, it looks like a normal earrings. But when women have gauges like at least this like round and big on their earlobes, yeah, that doesn't look attractive at all. And yes, it also signifies to your personality and a lot of other things, just like the nose ring does.
Because here's the real question no one wants to ask out loud. Is it just jewelry? Or has it become a performance, a social uniform, if you will? Has it become, for a lot of people, individual expression or a sign of toxicity? Well, let's answer that. Look, let's face it. Every group has a certain look. Always has, always will.
True.
You see a guy in a suit, you assume something. You see a guy in gym gear, you assume something. You see a guy covered in tattoos, you assume something. And when you see a woman with blue hair, a septum piercing, and a scowl, well...
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah, you assume something. Don't act like you don't. We all do it. Us human beings are wired for pattern recognition. It's how we survive. It's how we navigate risk. And it's how we decide who we're going to engage with or who we're going to avoid. And here's where it starts to get really uncomfortable, because for a lot of men, actually almost all of them, that specific look has started to mean something. Now, no, it's not guaranteed, not 100%, but it's more than enough to raise an eyebrow or two. The truth is, when guys see a septum piercing, they're not thinking, oh, cool, jewelry. No, what they're thinking is,
anarchy, hates leadership, hates bosses, hates authority figures.
Conflict, argumentative, always pushy, and always testing. Always thinking she's right. And ladies, before you jump out of your seats to rage post in my comments, that's not fair. You're right, it's not. But it's no less fair than all y'all judging men, all men, by the actions of a very few. And I hate to break it to you, but it's also not random. Like it or not, stereotypes exist for a reason, and that association didn't just appear out of thin air. No, it came from experience, repeated day after day experience. And above all else, men are really good at one thing, and that's learning what costs them peace. And anything that does is to be avoided at all costs.
Always.
Now let's separate something real quick. There's a difference between she's not my type and this could be a problem. One is preference, the other is risk assessment. And men today, well, they're not dating for fun anymore. They're dating like investors. Very stingy investors.
I need some ROI, please.
They only seek low risk and high return, or they're just not going to invest at all. And the fact is, as every man knows, the women with the nose rings are the equivalent of buying 10,000 shares in Lehman Brothers circa 2008. And let's be honest about something else. Modern dating is expensive.
It is.
And that's before all the add-ons. Oops, I mean demands that women have when it comes to dating. I mean, now they want you to pay for their makeup, their eyelashes, and that $400 cut and color before you even meet them. Oh, not so they can look good for you, but for their Insta photo. And it's not just the money. You're going to pay in time, energy, peace of mind, and potentially with your reputation.
True.
Well, in some ways, you may pay with your freedom and your entire future. So if a guy sees anything that might signal even the slightest bit of drama, he ain't going to be sticking around to investigate. No, he's opting out, not because he hates women, but because he values peace and his freedom.
And himself.
The very freedom he's likely to lose if the date doesn't go so well and she decides to get a little payback by making a false allegation. For men, it's all risk with very little chance of reward to begin with.
We would take the no risk, little reward. We would take that. But we don't get any of that. We just get higher risk, shit reward every damn time.
And when you add a hunk of metal on top of that, well, let's just say your odds of success go down, not up. Now, to be fair, a nose ring does not necessarily define a woman's character.
No.
I'll admit, there are some great women out there with them.
Correct.
And yeah,
I know like a few.
there's a lot of really terrible women without them. We all know that.
True.
But the law of large numbers exists for a reason. And the overwhelming majority of the septum pierced crowd aren't playing Mother Teresa. No, they're playing Malfeasant. And here's the other problem, the absolute fact that dating today is built on speed. Swipes, first impressions, split-second decisions. Nobody's sitting down to do a personality audit anymore. No,
Nope.
They're making a call in about 2 seconds and then moving on. And men have learned that the nose ring crowd, more often than not, is far more trouble than they're worth. Is it a generalization? Sure. Is it a stereotype? Absolutely. But is it also true? Well, my friends, for damn sure it is, and we men know it. The honest truth is this. It isn't really about the nose ring. That's just a symbol.
Yeah.
No, this is about what it represents in the current dating climate, what it signals, if you will. And what it signals in most cases, as I said earlier, is trouble. It's the ultimate red flag for men. Not based on conjecture, not based on assumptions, but based on actual observation. Observation of the patterns the women with them display.
And especially because they're the ones that make one of the most videos, right? You see plenty of these liberal women with septum nose rings and blue hair, green hair, whatever other color hair they got going on. They tell it themselves.
And the experiences men have had with those women. When you see it, when you live it, it's not a guess, but a real life lesson. And men are adjusting their behavior based on it. So if you're wondering why guys are pulling back from women with septum piercings, why they're not approaching them, why they're not engaging in any way, well, it's because they're so turned off by it. That is the part of it. That is the reality. They're reading signals, they're seeing the red flags, and they're making their decisions based on them faster than ever. Right or wrong, whether you like it or not, that is the game now. And it's a game men are playing to win.
This is why I always say, right? People judge. People judge books by their covers. It's just how it is. That's how society works. That's how human nature works. How you look affects how people treat you. It just can't be helped. Please like, subscribe, comment down below. I really appreciate that. And catch you guys next time. Ciao.